Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. I nearly didn't make it. I was stranded at the house waiting for my lift while he was on Age of Empires with his headphones on and his phone in another cabin. How are we all doing this evening? This is a Q&A because the video that I did today, yes, my phone has been hacked. And I read a lot of the comments. Majority of you understood, but not everybody's got WhatsApp. And there were, oh, Graham, I said that's fine. I've got a drink.
It's okay. We'll leave it there in case.
Right, thank you.
This one.
Graham's going to be downstairs. Are you going to join us on the...
No,
really don't, because I'm really hot.
Sure.
I'm really hot.
I'll be on the other one.
Okay, he'll be up on the screen in a minute. Yeah, where was I? Yeah, my phone has been hacked, and there is a comment pinned to the top of my video today, which is one of the most extraordinary comments I've ever had. So we're going to go through everything because there's been a lot of sugars on the video today. Hello, sugars, and they're entitled to their opinion. Before I get started, I want to talk to someone. She will know who she is, just quickly. I was listening to her last night, and she said something about she feels like she's got the cheese touch, or people treat her as if she has the cheese touch. It's like a stupid kids playground thing where one kid will say to all, one kid gets picked on basically, and the other kids go, "Ooh, don't touch, cheese touch." Well, I want to say to that lady, as far as I'm concerned, you do not have the cheese touch. You got some crazy opinions, lady, and you say some crazy stuff about a lot of us, but I would never say something like that about you, ever. It's one of the most mean, horrible things. I am aware of it. I know kids who've had that at school, so no. You carry on being crazy and saying your crazy shit. I actually enjoy coming and listening to your madness and your lives, especially when you're cracking jokes. Anyway, so let's move on. Hello, Trevor. Right, I'll hit a few of these comments. Thank you all for joining at such short notice. Right, I'm going to start off by reading this lady's comment out. But before I read it out, I'm not convinced that this lady, there were videos on it. It's like a channel. And there was this lady talking about cooking and stuff like that. But they've taken all the videos down or hidden all the videos this afternoon since I pinned their comment. Because they complained I'd blocked them. I don't block people unless they are abusive, bullying, threatening, defamatory. You know, if they're giving a different point of view, even if it's an uncomfortable point of view or completely opposite to mine, I don't block them or delete them. So I pinned it, but I guess she didn't like it because she removed all her videos. And she says to my video today about my phone being hacked, and we're going to go through all of that as well. LOL, hello raccoon eyes, good morning. Yes, I agreed with the police. You sound hysterical. Right, let's have a... I sounded oh, I don't know. Should we watch the video back together? Are you settled yet, Graham? Oh, okay. Let's just have a little listen and see if I sound hysterical to anybody. Yes. Before that, please don't send us any more parcels for anything. Don't send any links. I'm also looking for death threats and stuff because in another comment she said I'd actually threatened the royal family, their lives about 5 times. On the TV. Royal authors. What's up, dude? What you lost? There's no ice yet.
What's wrong with it?
I think it's over full of water. I'll fix it after the live, Graham. Are you going to join us downstairs?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm keeping my eye out for death threats. If YouTube are unsure of any of my videos, they put restrictions on them and a human reviewer. Not hearing a death threat there or any hysteria yet. I've had a lot of this from the sugars today. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Respect for death threats here. Definitely a Gibraltar resident. And again, I only had a very, very brief conversation with. Not hearing any hysterics yet or death threats. Just skip through a bit more. WhatsApps, they're all near the top. Work colleagues, reasonably near the top. That's good. Maybe it was in the middle. Maybe I got hysterical in the middle. List and put them in the newspapers. I mean, this evidence isn't just beyond reasonable doubt.
It is a fact.
Still not hearing any hysterics or death threats. I mean,
I'm
maybe
on that number. And the Royal Gibraltar Police were probably the hottest of all.
No, still not hearing it. I mean, let me know in the comments, guys, if any of you guys are... Can you guys hear the video that I'm playing? Because we're really pushed for time to get this this live up. As I say, I literally ran through the door. Let me have a look at the bottom. Can any of you guys hear the video? You're back, Graham. You're back. Can you hear it down there?
Yeah, I can hear it. Okay.
Okay. I don't use WhatsApp, but I wonder if the person is just... Oh, please don't do that, Graham. I was reading it. I'm reading it,
sorry.
right? But I wonder if the person... But I wonder if the person is just in your WhatsApp account rather than your phone. Again, I don't understand WhatsApp. Don't worry. We're going to come to all of that, Sherry. I'm going to talk everybody through it. Once we're all settled. You settled now, Graham?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just checking for the hysterics and the death threats still on this. I'll just play a couple more bits.
Is Spanish territory, but Gibraltar territory is still under the king. Now, I'm going to go back into my hypothesis, and this is where I'm going to...
I'm sorry. I mean, maybe that some of you guys could tell me, is that a hysterical voice? Because it's not what I sound like. When I get hysterical, fuck me, you know it. I just wondered just a little bit more. And any death threats? Can I? Because I might have missed this, and YouTube might have missed this because it's been reviewed, and I don't think they found any death threats and against the royal family. And I'm pretty sure I'd remember saying things like that.
Here in Spain, where I have equal hard evidence, that's going to spill over into yet another jurisdiction. And I live in a monarchy here.
Right, just check the comments, see if anybody else. Fiona, make sure your bank stuff is okay. It's not as simple as that, actually. It's just not as simple as that. It's not actually quite as simple as just WhatsApp's been hacked. Thank you. Not hysterical, but they don't know what normal is. All right, they're pretty hysterical creatures at the best of times, aren't they? I can't stand the hysterics and sarcasm. I think we're all in agreement. There's probably no hysterics on that, and I'm sure YouTube will be checking it later for death threats. Generally speaking, I try and avoid threatening people with death. I find that it's quite an unlucky thing to do, unwise, can get you into a lot of trouble, possibly arrested, only under certain circumstances. Of course, if your second name's Windsor...
Apparently the police aren't interested in death threats anymore or murder. So it's not something they're interested in anymore. I'm being sarcastic, everybody.
I put your video on X, tag the appropriate people if law enforcement is protecting members of the family. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Only death threats I've heard are from Sugars. Oh, how scandalous. I'm sure the Sugars wouldn't dream of threatening anybody's life. Oh, wait a minute. Wasn't there something about putting bullets in yours and mine's heads, Graham?
Yeah.
I thought so. I think that's...
I'll get you a hard hat, Fiona.
Yeah, that'll work, but I don't understand how someone can get into your WhatsApp because it's saved to your phone. They must have full access to your phone, not just WhatsApp. Exactly. Right. Now, the screenshots, I've got them here. And I can get... Did you block out the details? I mean, not that it really matters, because this girl whose phone number was put out by the troll, this screenshot, and this guy, her phone number is on the troll account. It is on full display on the internet for everybody to see. And I have reposted the screenshot on my ex, and it's not hidden there either. So the person who initially posted it, and I was going to count how many actual Gibraltarian phone numbers I've got in my WhatsApp, but I didn't have time. That was a big thing. I'm guessing off the top of my head about 40 or 50 odd people. So tomorrow, when I go to the Gibraltar Regulatory Authority, who are like a dog with a bone, stop me if I'm being hysterical, anybody in the comments, because, you know, I'll go back to this lady's weird comment in a minute. I will carry on reading all her rudeness and insanity. Actually, let's get that video back up again. and then I'll read the rest of her insanity, because I don't know if she's trying to be funny or if she just genuinely doesn't understand. I've just seen a Gertie Rude video, latest video that's come up. Right. So I'll continue with this lady's comment, and I can share it on the screen as well, so you can all read it. You know, I'm not making this shit up. So if I go down to the comments section, here she is. So we've done the raccoon eyes. Good morning. Yes, she agrees with the police. I'm a stalker. I'm an obsessed person. I'm not a YouTuber. As you know, that's what YouTubers do. They make videos for members of the public and to watch. You sound hysterical. Well, I think we've all established that one. I'd like to tell you about a little thing we've had on Earth for a while. It's called a phone book. You can look up people's numbers in it. Okay. Because your phone number is in a phone book, or it's on online phone book, or it's on white pages of a phone book, does not mean that you were in danger. Right, let's swallow all that bit, okay? Whoever this lady is, I'm not in any phone book. I have got a mobile phone. Okay, lady. I have a phone. Most people have a phone these days. I don't have a phone book. I'm not on a phone directory. And what the troll posted was not from a phone book and was not from a phone directory, a public phone directory. It was specifically from my private, personal list of people that I keep in touch with by WhatsApp. WhatsApp is an application. Someone else said today, is it worth having WhatsApp? Well, yes, because otherwise I'd have a phone bill. Because what WhatsApp does, and I accept not everybody's got it, is similar to Messenger. It's a way that you can have telephone calls for free, completely free. You can send messages, text messages to each other, unlimited, for free. You can send little recorded voicemails to each other for free. You can share links, videos for free. It's like that. So yeah, if I didn't have WhatsApp and I had a phone, God forbid worse, a landline, of which the number might be in a phone book. I remember when those things used to exist. My phone bill would probably be about 10,000 euros a month. So yes, WhatsApp is definitely worth having. I'm not deleting my WhatsApp from my phone. Everything on that phone is going to be preserved. The Gibraltar Regulatory Authority, as I was saying, in Gibraltar, although I'm in Spain, my phone is a Gibraltarian number. This is a Gibraltarian issue and problem. It's called a data breach. For any troll out there, for the avoidance of doubt, it is illegal in, I think, probably every country, but certainly the UK and definitely Gibraltar, to hack somebody else's private data and post it. Well, it's illegal to hack it, but even worse, that's another offense, to put it publicly on the internet. That is a criminal offense. I don't think this lady understands this. My number is an unlisted pay-as-you-go number that I've had for years. And the Gibraltarians, that their data is now compromised because whoever took the picture of my private data and put it on Twitter, they've made it clear they've got access to every single one of the 180 contacts that I have in my WhatsApp group, of which I'm guessing 40 or 50 are Gibraltarian. So Fabian Picardo, the Chief Minister and the Gibraltar Regulatory Authority tomorrow, will be very interested. The other people in my WhatsApp group are a mix of British and foreign nationals of many, if not most, countries in the world, because all the guests in our house I save in the WhatsApp, and generally I forget to delete them. So we have Americans. We have had a lot of Americans in our house. Australians, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, French, British, of course, Norwegian, Swiss, oh, many, many. Now, I am obliged to tell every single person in my WhatsApp group that my phone has been hacked at the very least, or accessed. I think that might be a better way of putting it. My phone, my WhatsApp has been accessed without my permission. And someone has taken a picture, not a screenshot. It's a picture off a computer screen that they have taken with a phone. I'm going to have to contact every single one of those contacts and tell them that their data is now in the hands of I don't know who. And so the list of their WhatsApp contacts, they will need to contact and tell all of them that their data has also been breached. So when I make the telephone call, and I'm speaking like this specifically for this lady who calls me raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes, by the way, is a sugar thing that goes back to Dot. This is a sugar for sure. When I call the Information Commissioner's office tomorrow to explain about the data breach, as well as the Gibraltar Regulatory Authority in Gibraltar, and I'll be asking the ICO for the contact details of their equivalent in the European Union, which is where I am. And the European Union is a bit sticky about data breaches. As I'm sure a lot of you know, including big companies like Apple and Microsoft and Facebook and Twitter. Awkward. So let's carry on with this ludicrous comment. Where did we get up to? My phone number is in the phone book. And if you want to know who I am, or you want to turn me into the police because you seem to have a habit of doing that, DM me. Okay, so I turn a lot of people into the police. Okay, it's a hobby. It's been a hobby for the last 2 years for me to report my stalker and troll to the police. Yes, I'll admit to that. Generally speaking, when I meet people, I don't go, hello, I'm calling the police. Or talking to you guys, I'm calling the police. Generally, no, I don't do that. I like to laugh at some of these sugars. I'll explain the 68-year-old woman living in a rural Pennsylvania in the United States. You sound hysterical. That's the second time she said that. You just made a video, yeah, saying that you blocked everybody and then you were not going to do this, and then look today. That's right. And I did block everybody. And I was WhatsApped quite urgently to say, oh, look, your phone's been hacked. And I think it's really important because a lot of people who are in touch with my phone, they're going to need to know this. You're going to love the end bit of this because it starts off with an insult, goes on about phone books, gets worse towards the end. I've had a YouTube channel. I've been hacked. I've been doxed. I think they mean doxed. But there's absolutely no reason for your angst. Right. So, I mean, I'm wondering if this person's ever had a mobile phone because we all have like our bank details. We have a lot of stuff on our phones these days. I mean, no need, calm down, everybody. Don't worry. I'm going to tell the ICC tomorrow and the GRA. Shh, it's fine. It's fine. Phones being hacked, data being breached, nothing to get angst about. Chill out, everybody. You got to stop living in the past. Ruining your life, living the past, going after people you will never even meet. Is she talking about Meghan Markle? Living in the past. This happened less than 48 hours ago. So anyone out there who's ever had your phone hacked, your bank hacked, don't you call the bank. Don't you call the police. You're going to be ruining your own life. That's living in the past. You want to forget it. Let them hack my phone. Let them empty my bank account. I'm not going to ruin my own life. I'm going to live into the future. I'm just getting inside the psyche of a sugar here. You know, I'm really getting into this. Your life will be so much better. Yeah, wouldn't it? I'd love to wake up to an empty bank account and a load of breached data. Isn't that living the dream? Please redo your eyes They will look so much younger if you stop the teenage raccoon effect. Trust me, darling, it will be better. Well, I'm 54 years old and I don't actually try to look like a teenager. What are you trying to say? You're trying to say I got youthful looks. What do you make of that, Graham? Just off the top of you.
I think you look very youthful, darling.
I don't care about the makeup. I mean about, the crazy
creep. I'm still in the doghouse for being late. I made
what do you make?
late.
What do you make of that? Forget it. That was yesterday. We hacked your phone. Shh. Move on in life. Just move on. Shut up. Stop talking.
It's interesting. It's interesting because it wasn't a screenshot. It was a phone taking a picture of a screen, which suggests to me that the person didn't want to download that picture for some reason because they're on some sort of network where they might get in trouble or have to explain themselves as to why they took a screenshot of that. So it's been done with a phone and then it's been sent to someone. So if someone, for example, worked at WhatsApp, I'm not saying it is someone at WhatsApp, but if it was, that's how they do it because they didn't want to take a screenshot because obviously someone will be logged in and it can be traced. But it could be a different network, you see. It could be someone, I don't know how many people are able to hack into people's lists, the directory lists on WhatsApp. And I would have expected that to be a very specialist person that can do that.
That's an interesting thing you say there, Lau. Let's say there is a directory list on WhatsApp. Let's go to the screenshot. I mean, I put this screenshot up because I don't think that the person's details have been blurred out. But I mean, I can put the troll screenshot up. That's what they took. One of them is Paul. He's actually named his own business, Paul Shannon. If you ever need a marine surveyor in Gibraltar, Paul Shannon. I mean, I guess he's good. I hardly know the guy. The other girl, I mean, I don't even know if she's still in Gibraltar or not. I have no idea. But this is the offence. So I'll just get this up here. We had a hell of a time trying to blur everything out, didn't we, Graham?
Yeah, we were using YouTube's wonderful editing tool, and it's really confusing.
Yeah, so let's have a look at the top one.
Yeah.
That's the cleaning lady.
But you'll notice... Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, the screen's blue, and you can see those lines up and down.
Yeah.
Which definitely, that's a mobile phone having photographed a computer screen.
Yeah.
Because your phone's not blue, it's black in the background.
Yeah. And you can just tell there's distortion in the quality of the image as well. You can tell. Yeah. But what I was saying about a directory, let's say WhatsApp has some sort of directory, and I'm not saying they don't. Are these two people listed next to each other where someone took a picture of it?
No.
I don't think
only
so.
On your phone.
As far as I know, these two individuals don't know each other. I mean, they might do. I don't know. And actually, that girl's mobile, she was advertising a cleaning business. But for example, Kaisa at work, she doesn't advertise her mobile number. They've seen her number. They've seen all the conversations between me and her. They don't have Conchi's number. I think Conchi's number is Spanish. Tim's is Gibraltarian. There's a Gibraltarian one. Karen's is Spanish. Both our kids. No, Benji's is Gibraltarian. Faith is UK. They've had access to all that.
Well, these were at the bottom of your phone list, as you said. So they'll have gone through the whole list. They'll have the whole list if they've hacked it, which they clearly have. That's proof. Can't think of any better proof than that.
Another thing I want to come to, I'm not sure that hacked is the right impression. A lot of people had said in the comments, why am I accusing the royal family? Well, I really don't mean to be rude, but please go and watch the video again, because at no point did I blame the royal family or say the royal family hacked my phone. Somebody who I believe has access, because this is really high level, has done this. And a lot of you said, well, WhatsApp can be hacked easily, or there are hackers out there. You're absolutely right. But how did a random hacker know to give the screenshot to my stalker on Twitter? Answer me that. If this is a random hacker, how did they know to give that? That's how I found out. Someone saw it on this.
I'll tell you what I think, and this is pure speculation. I think this Bernard and the Cava, I think that's the same person as Atalanta of Arcadia. Everything's the same. You know, the style's the same,
Yeah.
everything's the same. So it's continuing to get messages from someone to post, and it's just posting him in the same random way it was doing it on Atalanta. But they closed the Atalanta account because they've figured that might be on top, and then they've opened this one to think, well, now they'll never know, will they? But unfortunately, they will.
I just saw a comment. Blah, 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 blah. Right, here we go. Paula Nelson, I'm so glad you're explaining this further and calling it out. There's something, yeah, because like I say, not everyone has WhatsApp, and I am probably one of the most untechy people you'll ever meet. It's just that I've got WhatsApp, so I understand, you know, how this is. But yeah, I mean, there is no doubt that is taken from a computer screen. It's not a phone directory, which would probably normally be in alphabetical order. I mean, that girl doesn't even have a name. She's not, you know, it's so when like Paul's a lovely guy, actually, really lovely guy. But I mean, someone might not like him, so they might save him in their WhatsApp as idiot. So the only reason it says Paul Shannon there is because I saved it as Paul Shannon, because I've got a lot of Pauls. But if I knew Paul really well and I didn't know any other Pauls, I might have him as Paul. Or I might really like him. We might be really close and I might call him Tinkerbell. So to that sugar, just want to explain to you that those kind of phone directories don't work, because it depends what the person who owns the phone saves the number as. Fun factoid, there's a very well-known TV show called Blacklist. And Elizabeth, the lead character, used to save Raymond Reddington's in her phone as Nick's Pizza to keep him anonymous, because he was, I don't know, he was all kinds of crazy. And when I did the live with Lady C, I was given instructions to delete her contact details. Thank God I did. And I saved her as Nick's Pizza. So even if it did fall into the wrong hands, no one would know. So
until now,
I don't see how a phone directory would work on WhatsApp, as people save numbers under different, you know, it's up to you what you save someone
different
as.
nicknames and things. Yeah.
What have you got me saved as in your phone?
Fiona.
Oh, right, okay. I've got you saved as Graham.
Oh, well, there you go. Nothing dodgy going on there, is there?
To save confusion. I'll see if I can get my other picture up. The one of
normally when you go to save someone, they've already saved themselves as a name. I just hit save, and whatever they've put generally comes up.
I can't put my. I don't know that I can put my. Oh, I can put this picture up actually. This one, because I had, of course, all the other people on, and then of course, oh my God, someone's phoning us, Graham. Can you hear that?
No.
Someone was phoning us. Well, was
it your phone or mine?
It was yours going. We're not going to answer that. Right. Let me get this up.
And then might be someone wanting to come on. Just excuse me, and I'll be back.
No. Don't go anywhere. Don't go. Oh my God. Come back.
Okay.
Right. So here on the screen, I've got. Oh, I've lost my actual. There it is. I got thrown by the phone call.
I don't think you can move it. You can't move it.
I can. Right here.
You sure?
This side here on the left, everybody, that is a screenshot from my WhatsApp list. You can see the last time I contacted that girl was the 13th of June, 2023. And the last time I contacted Paul was the 8th of June, 2023. On the right is the blue. That's where someone has not hacked, shall we say, accessed some software which may have given them permission to look at people's private WhatsApps.
I'm just going to check. Oh, hang on, I can do it from here.
Oh, it was Trevor.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants you to read your WhatsApp. I'll find the phone. While everybody looks at that, you carry on explaining the difference between the quality of the two sides. So one is a screenshot from me, and the other one is someone's taken a picture of the off a screen. And I've never had a blue background on my WhatsApp. Never. I've had a green one and a black one. I'll get your phone, Graham. I'll find it.
No, it's all right. I understood the message. So
Oh,
the trolls have already put this information on Twitter.
Yes.
Okay, everything that you
Yeah.
see there, well, the blue one on the right, that's what the trolls have
And
published.
it's
That's the
fine
one that they
anyway,
got.
Trevor. It's fine anyway, because there are 7 police forces out there, so it's not a problem. It's not a problem. It's only data. I'm sure it's not a problem. I think this is going to become a problem for somebody. I really do. And now other people had asked me in the comments today and said, please contact Prince William. It's done. Please contact MI6. It's done. I've contacted everybody, and the police in the Gibraltar, the police in Kent, and the police in Sussex. They are all aware of this situation. What I haven't yet done is the Gibraltar Regulatory Authority and the Information Commissioner's Office in London. I'm not convinced that my WhatsApp has been hacked. I think that, of course, security services have access to these things for our own benefit and safety. You know, if they suspect someone of tourism, it only makes sense for them to be able to go into someone's WhatsApp and have a look and see what they're doing. I'm sure they can do the same with emails. That's a very high level security. And I think that someone who has access to that level of security has abused their power. And then even worse, they have taken a picture and they have supplied it to a stalker troll on X. It's beyond doubt. When the GRA, and they will scrutinize this.
I'll get to the bottom of who did that. And someone's going to get fired if they get caught, at the very least.
I don't think it's a member of staff. I honestly believe. Well, my suspicion is Harry. I think he's got access to certain systems, databases. That's what I think. I mean, I've said it before. That's my genuine belief at this moment in time. After 2 years, going to police. Oh, it's not illegal. That bullets in the head. Nah, that's fine. Bombs at Buckingham Palace. Nah, that's fine. Breaching your data. Nah, that's fine.
No, they took that person down straight away. The
bomb one,
Olivia
yeah.
Cromwell. Okay. That went down really fast.
Yeah.
But we never heard anything further.
No, we never heard of any arrests. Same person threatened to put. Did we ever hear anything about the bullets in the head, Graham?
Oh, it's not an offence threatening to kill someone, isn't it? What do the police do these days then? Just issue parking tickets? I
get the impression it wasn't illegal. It's not illegal.
I'm sure it is illegal.
Or is it not illegal if you're a Windsor? Is there diplomatic immunity going on here?
No, they're not. No, they're not. I remember vividly Princess Anne getting nicked and getting a speeding ticket years ago in a Jensen Interceptor. She was speeding down some lane, and it was all over the newspapers. So they're not illegal. They're not immune from prosecution, not at all.
What if
I know speeding's a minor offence; it's a minor thing, but I get the impression that they're not above the law, not at all.
What if they're a royal living in America on some sort of diplomatic immunity visa?
Well, I don't know that.
I mean, that's the only other thing I can think of. Diplomatic immunity, you're never going to get past that. They can do what they like. They can do rape. They can do murder. They can do what the hell they like, as far as I understand it.
Well, yes. I mean, you remember the embassy siege? Which one? The Libyan embassy. Do you remember someone hung out the window and shot a policewoman dead? Yvonne Fletcher.
Yvonne Fletcher.
And because of diplomatic immunity, they could not enter the building. And the machine gun or the weapon obviously left in a diplomatic bag, and everyone from the embassy left because they closed the embassy. But they never, I don't think they ever got the person who shot the policewoman. So, yeah, I mean, diplomatic immunity is a thing, and you can literally, in that example, murder someone, a police officer, and get away with it.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that, or is it? I mean, I don't want to cast aspersions against Prince Harry and his illustrious career of drug taking and lying, because those are facts. He said in his book that he took drugs and he's been caught out lying to the Court of Appeal. We must be able to say that we can deny this at a later date. That's a lie, isn't it? That's actually worse. It's conspiracy to lie. So I'm not casting aspersions. I'm sure, no, he wouldn't dream of doing anything like that. Maybe it's someone with diplomatic immunity who's got a bee in their bonnet about me. Maybe my eyeliner drive them crazy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. If it is him, nothing will ever come of it, I'm sure. So that you'll just know, because nothing came of it. You can't have 7 police forces chasing someone and then draw a blank everywhere. even though they know who it is.
We've had a lot of nothing ever came of it over the last 2 years, haven't we? Nothing ever came of that.
Yeah.
Nothing ever
And
came of that.
who
nothing
cares?
ever
Who
came of that.
cares if you're criticising Harry and Meghan? Who cares?
Well,
Who cares about all the YouTubers criticising Harry and Meghan? Let me guess. I can think
yeah,
of
I'm
two
going
people.
to go out on a limb here. I'm going to go out on a limb. I think probably Harry and Meghan. I think everyone else doesn't give a toss.
Could be right. Could be right there.
Oh, but the sugars, maybe the sugars care.
A little bird tells me Olivia Cromwell X is back up, but I don't think it's the same account, is it? I think it's a different account.
Oh, let them speak. I mean, is that the one that wants to shoot us in the head? I'm a poisonous racist.
I don't think it's the same one. I think I saw it the other day, and I think it's slightly different.
Yeah. Well, people can do that. They can take on.
Well, there's a load of Trevor Colt MCs out there, isn't there? There'd be Trevor Colt space little MC or big MC, and you can do so many little, and they're just pathetic. It's just
the thing is, guys, this is not just WhatsApp. I mean, Twitter as well. This is the other weird thing that happened yesterday. We've got a spy account that we use. It's never tweeted, never liked, never followed, never said anything. Its only job is to just be logged in so we can screen record over the past few months, the trolls.
Well, we've got a new one now.
Anyway, I went to sleep after the live. Was it yesterday, Graham? It was the day before we were live, wasn't it? Now, the spy account that we had is on the computer downstairs where Graham is, because we forgot the password. We forgot what bloody email we used for it. It was just logged in all the time, and its only job was to just so we could see and film. So that was on the computer downstairs where Graham is.
All the trolls do it to us.
Hang on, Graham. After the live, day before yesterday, I went downstairs and I went to sleep in front of the TV for 2 hours. Graham remained on this computer where I am upstairs, so nobody was downstairs on the computer with the spy account. When I woke up 2 hours later, I saw one of the trolls had claimed our spy account was following them, Daisy York. I thought, well, that can't be. We never follow any of the trolls. It doesn't do anything. So I went to look, and sure enough, someone had clicked follow, and they'd done that in the 2 hours while Graham was up here on the iMac, and I was asleep. So there's already complaints to Twitter about data breach. I'd already emailed Sussex Police about that, and that was another 2 hours before I find out my phone has also been hacked. So any of you guys on Twitter, you could well have been hacked. Whatever private DMs, whatever private messages you've got, I don't have any faith in it at all on Twitter. WhatsApp, that's something different. I find
your Facebook got hacked ages ago, didn't it?
Oh God, yeah, that was hacked in February, I think. Kaiser messaged me on WhatsApp and said, "Muggled, you're selling dog food and blow up dolls or something." And I said, "What?" I said, "I don't use Facebook. I haven't used my Facebook since 2018, 2019. What are you talking about?" She said, "You better go and have a look at it." And I can't get back into it. I don't have the email. The email I set it up with no longer exists. And I don't know what my mobile number was at the time. So they're selling sex and dog beds, dog biscuits, oddly enough. Isn't that funny, guys? There you go. You heard that here first.
Oh, I tried reporting it and they said, "Okay, you got to fill this big long form in. Tell us all about it, ins and outs of it." And when you get to the end, it says submit. So press submit, and it says, "We've sent you a code. We won't take your submission until you enter the code. So send it to your email." So I looked at the email, no code. So I said resend, and they went, "We've resent it, no code." So they just don't send you the code, so you can't submit anything.
Right, don't remove that comment, please, Graham. Don't unclick Sherry, because that's a brilliant question. So, do they have access to the rest of your phone? It's not a SIM swap, but I wonder if they have access to your cell phone account somehow and have set up an account Wi-Fi on it with another phone. Excellent question. Everybody at first said, "Oh, change your passwords." I sat and thought about this and thought, I don't believe that's necessarily going to fix it. Passwords were changed, but how has this been accessed? And without anybody knowing, just changing. I mean, I could change the phone number, change the phone. Oh, right. Oh, well, I'll do that. That's only going to be like €400 for a new phone, new chip.
You have to log out of everything as well.
Yeah, got to set everything else up. That's not inconvenient and expensive at all. Don't worry, Sussex Police. Don't worry, Suffolk Police. How many others were there? Buckinghamshire, Gloucestershire, Kent. Actually, Kent have been bloody golden. Gibraltar have been bloody golden. And I've had a message from someone else today. This is the second person. Yesterday, someone else, and today, two people who've reported other activity to do with this account have been told to contact Sussex Police. They've been told in no uncertain terms that there is a hub of activity at Sussex Police surrounding this enormous cat. And it's a big case, apparently, not just about me. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm just a mushroom. I'm just someone who they threatened to put a bullet in my head and had their WhatsApp hacked. But the answer is, Sherry, I don't know. It could be my whole phone. It could be my SIM. It could be actual servers, you know, where I've got an account. For example, here I've got a YouTube account. That's not on my phone. I've got a YouTube app to access my YouTube account on YouTube, but perhaps this diplomatic immunity person has the power to access people's YouTube accounts. I mean, it's food for thought for all of you guys. I see a lot of you saying you're really sorry this is happening to us, and I really appreciate that. But I think you should all consider this could be happening to you as well. And my only preemptive criticism of the royal family today was, are they going to look into this just to say, no, it wasn't us, didn't come from our end? Or if they do find out it came from their end, is it going to be covered up? It was a question. Are they going to cover it up? Are they going to look into it? Are they going to deal with it? I never said that the royal family hacked my phone. I intimated Harry hacked my phone, and he's not in the royal family. And that's my genuine belief, after all the lunacy over the last 2 years. And I have very good grounds for thinking that. Because if someone comes along to sue you for defamation, truth is not just the defense a gold standard. If you genuinely, truly believe that to be the case, and you can prove to the court, I had this evidence and this evidence and this evidence, and I think that any reasonable person passing by would draw exactly the same conclusion as me. Look at this police report, this police report, this police report, this police report, this victim. All the police are dead keen, brick wall. Now I've got someone with very high access who's entered my WhatsApp, you know, and other evidence, and I would present that to a court. Let's say hypothetically, if Harry said, I'm going to sue her for that, that's what we're looking at. Of course, as I understand it, I think he's got to sue me here in Spain. I think that was the fly in the ointment with the last person. Oh, I just clicked a comment, and which one of us is going to click comments?
Sorry, you go for it.
Right, I've got Sherry there. Just looking out for you both. Yeah, I mean, everybody's been brilliant and everyone is concerned, but I think everybody needs to be concerned. Everybody, all of you guys. I know a lot of you guys have been doxxed. You have been hacked in the past. Mysterious and weird things have happened. I'm certainly not going to accept Sugars saying, don't be hysterical and you sound crazy. Actually, I don't care if I sound crazy. I don't care if I look like a fucking raccoon. And I don't care if you say I'm hysterical. None of those things are going to cut any mustard in a court of law. Not a one of them. You stand up in the judge and go, you can't listen to her. She got raccoon eyes. Yeah, that's not going to work. Sorry, that's not how courts work. Or you say something like, she's being hysterical. Judge is going to say, I can't hear hysteria. You know, you can't behave like that, Sugars. In the real world, you know, you can do that in your sugary little thing. You're adoring Meghan and doing all your crazy sugar shit. But you can't actually apply that craziness in the real world because, believe me, you do come across as hysterical, deranged, like a bunch of nutters, really dangerous nutters. The thing is, Graham and I are advocates for cannabis. We always were, weren't we, Graham? Within reason. Some people find it very relaxing. We haven't smoked it in years, have we?
Yeah, I've got no objection to cannabis at all. I don't smoke it, but I mean, I did do years ago.
Yeah. It's the video of you and me smoking from a pipe, smoking cannabis. They go, oh, that's
That was
crack
in Amsterdam. Yeah.
cocaine. Yeah. Because Graham doesn't like tobacco. He doesn't believe in tobacco.
No.
Anyone who has a legitimate image of someone who may be iffy, please send it to me. I may be able to help. Okay, whatever that's about. Speculation, bozo bot boy hacked it. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not convinced that it's... Yes, there are hackers out there. It's not that easy. It is end-to-end encrypted. There are other platforms that people can use. I'm not going to say the one that obviously all us YouTubers are going to use now. I think I'll probably get a separate phone, separate mobile just for that. So we just keep it away from them, and I'll keep the phone preserved. I mean, I haven't contacted these people, so they're still in exactly the same position on my WhatsApp list. You know, the number lady and Paul, they're still on there on the list. So what do you guys make of all of that? Curiouser and curiouser. But isn't it interesting? Some of the sugars go, oh, she's always playing victim. Oh, I threatened to put a bullet in your head. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, you victim. I hacked your phone. Oh, you victim. Oh, you're always calling the police. Well, maybe if you stop breaking the fucking law, sugars, I'll stop calling the police. How's about that? Yes, a dog attacker. Remember that. But Princess Anne doesn't have diplomatic immunity, and she's not, as far as I know, on an American visa, a mysterious American visa of which we know not.
Yeah, I mean, I think the royal family do exercise certain privileges. For example, I think Prince Andrew was wanted, wasn't he, for questioning in America, and he isn't going, and they're not going to extradite him, and that's the end of that. Whereas if it was you or me, you know, I'm sure we'd get extradited.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, to a point, yes, there is diplomatic immunity for the royal family. I think. I don't know. I really don't know.
Shaker, I agree. It's really frustrating. It is really frustrating, and I think people are really quite wholeheartedly sick and tired of the whole thing. But I mean, unless we all, because this is the other thing, these sugars. I had a load of threats. You know, you take that video down. They removed those comments. You take that video down now. Like I was threatened with the fake lawyer. You know, that penny, poison penny that just dropped there. The night before the live, when I said, I'm going to show everybody the check. Well, I didn't have the check at that stage. Let's talk about this. I got threatening emails from Montecito Royale. Don't you dare talk about the fake lawyer. It's all like typical. It's a little bit like, you know, sex offenders. They do it to their victim and go, don't you dare tell anybody. Well, I am just the worst person in the world to say that to, because I am just the sort that will go straight out into the big boy world with a megaphone and tell literally everybody.
And just for the benefit of people who don't know, someone just pointed out that, you know, they can listen into your conversations through the microphone in your telephone. 100% they can do that. They've been able to do that for years and years, and they can pinpoint your location as well. And that used to work with old telephones, landlines. The microphone was in your house. That could listen in as well.
I mean, I think the surprising learning curve, I've always felt that the police are a definite last resort, because I see it a lot in the comments on lots of videos. Call the police, call the police. There's this enormous faith in the police generally. And I think the police would agree, you know, we can't fix everything. People seem to think it's like a magic wand. I'm going to call the police. No, and fix it. Doesn't work like that. The police have got to have something to work with. They got to know what's going on. They've got to prioritize cases. So, I mean, a lot of the time you got to rely on yourself. You really do. I'm not saying be a vigilante, you know, go out there killing people, beating people up. I'm saying looking into things, finding things out. It's really down to the individual to a large extent. I mean, before we went to the police, we had a ton of evidence that I haven't even covered here on YouTube. And I suppose they can't always keep people in the loop. But a big thing is when someone does something to you and they say, don't you dare tell everybody, you shut up, you stop talking. Don't you ever, you go straight to authorities or a friend and you tell everybody. If anybody ever says that to you, that is abusive. That is an abuse of power. That means they're scared. They're scared they're going to get caught. And I've had a ton of that in the comments today. Shut up, stop talking, stop going on. You sound deluded, you sound hysterical, you're ugly, do your makeup. You know, I've tried everything today. Bad luck, sugars. I am not going to shut up. Sorry. Yeah, he could be planning on returning. He could. I mean, I think if let's say he does have a hotline to some sort of service, that is not Ravek, but Ravek have the power to say snip or give, snip or give. Ravek need to say snip. Cut this off right now. How many more people are going to be doxed? How many more people's private data is going to be accessed? Perhaps it's Harry's cleaner. Maybe they'll trace it to Montecito, and Harry and Meghan will say, we had no idea. We had a dodgy cleaner, dodgy cooking lady who was going around doxing people and accessing their WhatsApps and stuff.
Yeah, but even if they proved at the end of the day it was let's just say it was Harry, okay, just for argument's sake, they won't nick him. They won't nick him. Doesn't mean he won't get a load of grief in another way over it, but they definitely won't nick him, and it won't be public. Not at all.
Yeah, the ICO can be good for some things, but not for others. I've worked with them before, and they were really quick and they were really helpful. I think it depends whether it's within their power. I do know that this particular instance is definitely within the power of the Gibraltar Regulatory Authority. And I also know that the people who posted this data up, the odd thing is they not only brought the attention of the data breach to everyone's attention, they provided hard, solid evidence of the data breach to everyone's attention. It's like the death threat one.
That was a bit stupid, wasn't it?
Copying in the police, you know. Yeah, that is really stupid. I mean, I don't know.
It's a bit like committing a crime and then putting the video up on YouTube, seeing how many hits you get. And there's your face.
But I mean, if it is a network system where people have to log in, well, do they have to log in? Do they have to put a PIN number? Do they have to put a fingerprint? Do they have a username and a password? Because I mean, that leaves a footprint. And that's what MI6 will be looking for. That's what the GRA, the ICO, that's what the police, all of them will be looking for. They'll be looking for that footprint. They'll be looking for the person behind this new troll account. Say, where did you get this screenshot from? They're going to be looking at all of those things. This is serious. Data breaches are really, really serious. Yeah, Facebook is always hacked. Facebook is terrible for it. Terrible for it. And the Charles, I mean, just saying, you haven't been hacked. Oh, so how did the picture from my private phone get on your Twitter if I haven't been hacked? That begs an awkward question, doesn't it? I suppose they just try bullshitting their way out of it on the internet, which works on the internet, but doesn't necessarily work in a police cell, doesn't work in a police interview, doesn't work when you're being asked awkward questions. Oh, no, I didn't hack it. Okay, then how did it get from Fiona's phone to your Twitter feed? You know, they can bullshit their way out of it all day long on YouTube, on Twitter. They cannot bullshit about that to the authorities. And they'll cry like a little bitch when they're there. Trust me. Trust me. They always do. They fill a big chat until the door gets kicked in. Then all that bravado disappears and the finger pointing starts. Oh, I got that picture. It was sent to me by email by this. Okay. I mean, I've already had one kind of weird phone call today, but I can't repeat it. I really cannot repeat it. But I mean, the wheels of justice in other areas are moving, which is going to be, this is an enormous embarrassment, actually. If this has come from some high, like security 5 level, that someone has got access to look at people's WhatsApps and they've taken a picture, put it on the internet, this is really embarrassing to all 7 police forces that are now involved with our problems. This is really, really, really an embarrassment. Who else's data is at risk? But if the royal family doesn't put a stop to this, I'm afraid they will be complicit. Well, yeah, I don't think it's the first time they'd be complicit in certain things. And I think you all know what I'm talking about there. And that there've been other things before. As technology gets more advanced and the royal family, when Charles is here, he's stuck in the dark ages, really. This kind of shit is out there so fast. There's so many people watching, sharing information on social media, their opinions, high opinions of the royal family, low opinions. You see, a pendulum can swing very fast in this day and age with the help of social media. If people think for a minute they're sitting back and they're doing jack shit, or worse, being complicit, that's extremely dodgy territory for the monarchy, wouldn't you say, Graham?
Yeah, I think so. But I said it ages ago, you know, Harry and Meghan, if they want to be famous and popular, they should have their own YouTube channel. And they should come on regularly chatting about stuff and things they're up to and whatever. And we'll soon see right through them or not. Or they might genuinely be nice. You don't know, do you, if they hide
I've got another
behind
excellent
them.
one from Sherry. It could be that the person are on your cell phone account like another user without you knowing. Well, yeah, that's true. But then how would that person know to give that screenshot to my stalker of 2 years on Twitter? That's the fly in the ointment, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's a new
That
account.
it
brand new
really is
account.
the fly in the ointment. It bad enough stealing the data, but who's it handed over to? Where was it discovered? Sussex Police. Hope you're paying attention.
Passing data on is an offence as well.
Yeah, handling it.
Stealing it in the first place and passing it on and then publishing it. They're 3 serious offences.
Do you think the monarchy could survive, Graham, without public support?
No. No, they have
No
to be
way.
popular. It's very important for the monarchies to be popular, and they are popular.
They are.
I'd say the majority of the people in the UK support the monarchy. There's always people that don't, of course, but you know.
But I mean, they'd have to have the majority support it, wouldn't they?
If the majority didn't support them, well, they'd be out, wouldn't they? They would. Because the politicians, you know, they feel the wind, don't they? And
Maria T, I think I'm a bit behind the comments, so we're talking about this right now. Maria T, I find it a bit far-fetched that the royal family will look into this to defend themselves. Do you see what I mean? Why would they get involved? Well, if Harry's caught hacking, can you imagine the headlines? Oh, hasn't he been suing newspapers for hacking? Oh, can you imagine those newspapers? Harry the hacker, Harry the hacker. The royal family allowed, just a minute, Grant. The royal family allowed him access to just a little bit of stuff, and he abused it, and he went in and he hacked someone's WhatsApp. That's the end of the monarchy. That's the end of the monarchy.
It would never get out. Even if they found him guilty, he would, as I said earlier, he'd get grief in other ways, but he wouldn't get nicked for it.
Yeah,
they'd
but
take
I mean,
that off him. They'd punish him in other ways.
They're
So,
obliged.
no, we're only giving you $2 million a month now for your allowance.
But that's what I mean. They will do. They will protect themselves. They will definitely. They'll want to know: is there any shit on our doorstep? Because we don't want to lose the throne. We don't want to lose the institution.
You wouldn't seriously expect them not to protect themselves. But it's how they go about it. It's how they go about it, isn't it?
Sweet freedoms. This is no coincidence, and you haven't got any upsets with others in your life. So why would this happen to you? Yeah, and what have I got in common? What have we all got in common with Trevor, with Wally, with Duchess and our Sussex, with Royal Grift, with all the people that were on Boozy's report? What have we all got in common? Oh, that's right. We critique Meghan and Harry. That's what we've all got in common. Graham and I don't have any arch enemies in our lives. We don't have any problems. So who on earth would be doing it? And if it was just a random hacker, which I accept it could be, how would that random hacker know to contact our stalker of 2 years who's on Twitter, who's recently deleted the Atalanta one and set up a new one? How would a random hacker know that? Do you see what I mean? Curiouser and curiouser. It's very awkward, isn't it, for them, Graham?
Yes, they've got a lot of explaining to do. Talking their way out of that one will be difficult. I wouldn't like to be the one to do it.
I think they were sugars that were like a faux outraged monarchists. How dare you accuse the King and William of hacking your phone? I think they're sugars, because that's what a sugar does. A sugar will watch a video about dogs and go, I hated those cats.
I think we could all take it as gospel that the King and Prince William could indeed hack our phones anytime they wanted to. But what they wouldn't do is print it on Twitter.
I very much got the impression that when they put that on Twitter, they were trying to scare me to shut up.
Of course they were, yeah.
They're always
it was a threat.
they're always making these allegations. Oh, you drug smuggler, you're breaking the law, you're going to get arrested, you're all criminals. So I think that the person is so stupid. They thought that was true. And they thought, if I let her know that I'm into her phone on a WhatsApp, she'll think, oh, no, I mustn't tell the police. They'll find out all about the drug smuggling. Wrong answer, troll. We're not breaking the law. That's going straight. Well, it went straight to the police. Bless. Sorry, am I getting hysterical here? Because I can be animated. I mean, what is the definition of hysterical anyway? My husband does it, helps us. Oh, sorry, I think that's a private conversation. Foxy's having a lot of private conversations there. Yes, very true, Anna Perkins. I mean, the thing is, I've never had a blue background on my WhatsApp. Why is it blue? That's a big question for me. And also, I think it was only about 2 months ago, Graham got WhatsApp on the computer so he can see his WhatsApp. I've never had that. I only have my WhatsApp on my phone. So how would I accidentally take a picture of my own WhatsApp list off a computer screen? How would I go about that when it's not available on a computer screen? There's all these awkward little details that add up, you know, like Columbo. This bothers me, that bothers me. Has anyone been able to verify it was hacked? Because I think you're right. It was an intimidation tactic. I think it was. No one has actually confirmed. I've had a phone call today. Apparently, some information is going to come forward from another agency, not a British one. And I have no idea what they're going to say. Spyware and cloning on your WhatsApp data. I don't think so. I mean, I don't click links. In my email, sometimes I click links. I'm not going to be clicking any now, but no, not on WhatsApp. Mostly it's chatting. I use WhatsApp a lot to talk to Wally. That's interesting, isn't it? You know, voice messages and stuff. Anyway, we are coming up to the hour. I do hope the trolls enjoyed this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was more informative. Don't be afraid to ask questions in the comments, no matter how silly you think they are. I'm a technophobe. I'm not very good with technology. So ask away. And not everybody has WhatsApp. But I thought it was very important to get that out there. And I'm not going to shut up about this. In fact, I hope other YouTubers, because I've got YouTubers in my phone, they're now compromised. Anyone on their list is now compromised. Anyone on their list and their list is now compromised. We have to consider that, because whoever accessed my WhatsApp, who's to say they'd stop at that and wouldn't go on to, for example, Trevor's WhatsApp list? Well, Trevor's, I think, deleted his now. And they could go down it and go, oh, there's that YouTuber. Let's jump into that YouTuber's. That's how dangerous it is. It spills on. So, I mean, these sugars going, oh, just shut up. Stop living in the past.
Yeah, internet security is very important for sure. And as someone else has pointed out, you know, when you're on a big network,
I think Emma J.
you're very vulnerable.
Might be right. She might be right. That could be why Harry wants his IPP back. God knows what damage he could do with that.
I think you're way behind, Fiona. You need to scroll.
I am. I'm so sorry. I've tried to keep up. It's really difficult, isn't it?
It is difficult. I noticed with Foxy on his live the other day, he was getting way behind.
Yeah.
Anyway,
thank you.
You really need to stay at the bottom and try and.
I know.
I know it's difficult. It is difficult to keep up with all the comments.
I can't even find the bottom actually at the moment. I'm sorry, everybody. Thank you all very much for joining us and listening to this. And I hate saying it, but stay safe. Seems more relevant now than ever. Graham?
Indeed. Good evening, and may your God go with you.